sitting here this morning, and the market is flattened up. That is not what these guys wanted to wake up to this morning. I posted all of this to you. I posted you the white papers from bankers, their best traders. So they're in this position. They wake up this morning, and they're like, mother effer, beep. And they're mad. Some of these guys might be voting for Kamala. They don't care. They're here for money. And they're like, I needed this first leg down into the bell this morning. And I need a bad print. I need one of the two at minimum. I got two chances here. So they don't have the chance. They lose the chance on Kamala. And now they're like, I want to get paid. So they get a slightly bad print on inflation month over month. And the thesis here is that we're going to get down roughly minus 0.75, maybe 1. Now, these guys, this is their market, right? These guys are looking for, hold on here, I got to check something. These guys are looking for, this morning, you think you know what they were looking for, but you don't, or we forget, or we don't want to remember. We have hindsight vision. So these guys want the first leg down on Kamala Harris. That's where they wanted to wake up this morning. Excuse me. They wanted to wake up this morning here with Kamala Harris losing the debate. And the bread and butter trade for them would be bad CPI. Bam. Ha-ha, bull. We got you twice. They didn't get both, did they? They got one of the two events. And even that, they pushed it down as best they could, right? Fuck them, hammer them. Get me out of my trade. So they got out of their trade down here, didn't they? I guarantee they got out. Guarantee it. First chance they could get, they're out. And this trade's been lining up for them all week, hasn't it? Been waiting for that trade all week long. So there's rage right now on Wall Street by the best traders from Goldman Sachs and JPM, hedge funds. And what do they do to them when they don't get the second leg? Right back up on them, right? And now we have a problem if you're a seller. Because you're also relying upon bad debate, bad CPI print, which wasn't that bad. It was bad, but not that bad. Didn't warrant that move down. And now tomorrow we've got PPI, and we've got continuing claims. And what do we know about PPI and continuing claims? Who makes gasoline? PPI, right? Well, they're represented in PPI, right? We know gas is cheap and oil is cheap right now, right? These are the actual producers. There could be an implication that PPI will be high tomorrow because of CPI, but PPI in particular comes from the producers themselves. So if we get a high CPI print, we shouldn't be getting a high PPI print tomorrow, should we? So like the options for, or the events for volatility for sellers is doing what? It's starting to disappear, isn't it, for the rest of the week? And these guys might be selling vol before the event at this point because they didn't get their move down. So, like, as a seller, you're starting to lose your mojo now. PPI and gas and stuff, that comes from PPI. It's not, your local gas station. That's your producer. That's going to be a hard one to get tomorrow. And the crazy part is, if you got the election, if the Trump trade was real or produced itself, you get the blood down, right? Then you get the slam down on CPI, right? And then they pin you in on fear, sell you down in the overnight, and they sell volatility knowing that PPI is likely going to be good. So then you come back into Friday and you get some kind of like retrace. And if PPI is bad, even better, down, right? This stuff's all starting to go away. Get it? So time in the window of weakness is starting to go away, isn't it? Now tomorrow we could get a bad PPI. We could get a bad claims number tomorrow. And we can get a little bit of volatility over it, even if we get a good reports tomorrow. And then we have one thing on Friday. On Friday, if bulls had anything on their side this week, potentially, it would be the Michigan consumer sentiment. Why would you think that regardless of reports tomorrow, why would consumer sentiment be higher? Because these bears don't want to tell you that the cost of living is coming down. The guy that I talked to you about in this morning's stream when I said he was stupid, he doesn't want to or doesn't see the facts, and the data says that prices are coming down. Your total cost right now out the door is coming down in real life. It might not be pre-pandemic levels, but it's getting better. So the Michigan consumer sentiment should be good. And the point on CPI is not bad, smoothed out. Things are getting better. The window is closing for a bear. We've got 2 more sessions left. Now, bears are not out of it. Sellers are not out of it yet. But sellers' plans were, I'm going to show you what the seller's plan was right now. I want to show you right now what the plan was for sellers. Going into the close yesterday, it was a hit and run this whole week. You blast down here, get a new low, slam down, that's Kamala Harris, slam down for bad CPI, hit everybody in, and then dip your wick. End of week. And then we come into next week, we return to the scene of the crime for OPEX. Like literally. Hit and run, new low down here, or even just a retest of this low. This is worst case scenario, like 220, 218, something like that. Come into OPEX, right? New window of weakness. Whoop. End of month. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Then you have a week or two of strength in October. And what do they do right here? Hammer you. Wham. Down into the end of October. You see it all as it unfolds? But they didn't get that here, did they? So there's probably some anger out there. This whole path right now doesn't look the same, does it? So, are bears and sellers still in charge becomes the question. Yes. But they are losing ground here. Any of you EW guys out there, any of you guys that do velocity, any of you guys that do ICT know this. You can see it. There's a reversal taking place. Is it confirmed yet? No. There's still a trap here for bulls. And I want to show you where it is. It's right here. That's your real sellers right there. This is your, like, what do I call these guys? I always call these guys your, chamaths, right? They didn't do leg day. But believe that they're up here. I got to tell you, they're up here. They're up here, and they're up here. And the closer we get, they're going to want to roll it back down on you. So bulls are not out of the woods yet. They're just not. They can be, but they're not yet. The window is closing for bears, and there's still some time before OPEX, but time is running out. This happens to bulls, right? We always talk like, hey, If you're a bull, you have time on your hands to go higher. And then as time passes and you're not going higher, what do I tell you on the show? I go, hey, you're starting to lose time, man. Like you haven't done it yet. Well, the window is there, but you didn't do it. What do they do to you as that door closes? They ramp it up on your ass. Or down. Or in this case, up. So, let's take a look and see what's going on under the hood here. This is no bueno. There's a daily candle right here. That is not a fucking candle you want to see. That ain't it. You don't want to see that. That triggered some buyers. They're not messing around, are they? Let's look on a weekly basis. This ain't pretty. This is a weekly candle. What is that? That ain't red. On a weekly basis, that ain't pretty. That is not pretty. Your real weekly sellers are even higher. 560. What the fuck is going on right here? You got a magnet at 5,600. You got a weekly candle here at 5,600. You got a green candle right now going on a weekly basis. That's just begging. This is gamma. We are about to break over the gamma flip right now into the close. 327. We're breaking above the gamma flip. Where's the target? 5,600. If you're a seller, see that gamma flip right there? We are now officially in positive gamma. If you don't get some shit going quick by tomorrow morning with that, if you don't get some shit going tomorrow morning, right, with some bad reports, target 5,600. Way up there. Your window is closing as a bear. If you're a seller right now, this is not good news for you. This doesn't look good. On a weekly basis, it's not looking good. On a daily basis, it ain't looking good. On a 4-hour basis reversal, not looking good. Volatile events planned. He ain't got a lot left. So if you're a bull, you just keep defending the hourly trigger now that we're in positive gamma. Time it rolls down, you just defend that. Put your stops underneath the hourly trigger. You're now in positive gamma. You could slip back into negative gamma and we can get this party started again. But for right now, the bulls are coming for you if you're a seller. The buyers are here. They're coming for you. They're on your ass. They got you on retreat right now. If you're a seller, you're still in control, but you have buyers chasing you right now. You better get some bad news coming. You better manufacture some shit out there if you're a seller. Get on FinTwit and find your, I don't know, your local neighborhood sub-seller or, I don't know, your local neighborhood Goldman Sachs bear. They better create some shit for you real quick, lickety-split. So you got a lot of work to do if you're a bear. As a bull, you still need to remain. You want to see that tick. You want to hold on to that hourly trigger, and you want to be trading it to right about here. If we get above this, I'm going to tell you exactly what this does. If you get above this and hold it, I'm going to tell you what that does. That triggers buyers. That triggers rate cut mania, and likely no rate cut. You get 25 BPS. How about no BPS? And you'll trigger like all those CTAs, all those vol control, like all these participants, retailers. Like you start like the FOMO starts kicking in, and they will run this right over your ass. They will tag. They will fucking melt us up into the JPM collar. Then they'll run us up into the beginning of the month above it, tag 6,000. And that's the spot up, vol up trade still there. And I told you that fucking thing, the door closes on the 13th and 16th. And we're only on the 11th. We still have 3 more sessions. And even then, you have like the 17th, 18th, and OpEx that could really stir the shit pot. As a seller, you've got 2 windows. You've got right now, or you've got like, you had a window, you had a small window this week. You got a window after OpEx into the end of the month. And then your window goes away, beginning of month again, you got more flows coming in. So you got like all the, like you got windows and you got to get the fucking downs. It's like a football game. Like you got to get down, change sentiment, all that stuff. Same with the Bulls. Same with the Bulls heading into, same thing for the Bulls heading into Labor Day. You had a window, you squander it. That trade is done, right? Same thing happening here for sellers. Not confirmed yet, but so if you're a bull, remain tactful. If you're a bear or a seller, you know where to sell with stops above. These are your sell points here and here. You get stopped out, you try a second time. If you get run over as a seller, let's say you get run over here, they start running over, you get out short because they're going to run this fucker right up on you. $3:33 in the afternoon right now. We have half an hour left until the close. I let my voice oh. If you're a seller, you got one more day. Oh, wait a minute. Come on now, get rid of that. I'm going to give you one more day. Oh, wrong one. That's your prior low down there at 537.87. That's your last chance right there. And you really need to break through it. Like you need to like tip it off, have a bad report tomorrow. You need to get underneath that 537.87. That's your last chance. We're going to look at a few things though really quick here. Man, that does not look good for you. And you got an up week turning up right now. That's bad. You're getting some positive days in here for bulls. That's all bad for bears. And we're fucking turning up right now on hourly velocity on a 30-minute basis. Not good. Productive for bulls at the moment. This is your last chance. Into tomorrow on the reports on tomorrow. That's Thursday right there, right? This is a preliminary report, but if you don't get, if I'm telling you right now, if you don't get a bad report tomorrow in the morning, you don't get any doom or whatever tomorrow. Here's Friday. If you don't get a bad report tomorrow, they're gonna ram this fucker right up into you in Friday close right there. See it? So what we'll do is we'll go into the close, right? Maybe, and this is an hour frame, but maybe you get a little weakness here. Get a good report. Woo! Right up there, baby. Sell the open. Come down into Thursday for a dip buy. Boom, into Friday right there. You guys get it? Ram, ram, ram. You get a bad report. Woof, sell you down underneath the hourly trigger. Grab some liquidity. Downtown into Friday. But your window is like closing here. You don't have a lot of like bear reports coming out, so. And you might be thinking like, no cap, we're going to sell it all the way down here, and then you can do whatever you want. We're going to do this right here, and then it's down there. You can get it, but you know, you get that down into Monday, and then we come back in the next week for OpEx, and they literally if you get this down here, you'll get like sell the VIX on VIXpiration, you'll get the move higher into OpEx. But you know, they'll be fucking killing VIX into OpEx, bringing it down to $12 and shit like that on you. So you better get a move on here if you're a bear, a seller or whatever. All signs are beginning to point on conditions are improving for bulls right now. But I'm telling you, if you're a bull, I'm telling both sides right now. But as a bull, you need to be tactful, but begin to get bullish. Start getting bullish, but be tactful. Make sense? Why does my stream go down? Why is it when I do this stuff, my stream goes down? Am I being like fucking overrun by bots or something? Or does somebody hate me out there? Like the most important parts of our show, the juice of our show, we get shut down. God damn it. Fucking last 2 days. Is the show goddamn down right now? Last 2 goddamn days. Somebody's pissed at me. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Russians, Chinese, or fucking some asshole out there in Fintwit. Fuck you. If it's you, fuck you. Whoever you are out there doing this shit to my show, eat my fucking dick. Get fucked. It's too uncanny at this point. Eat a bag of fucking dicks. God damn it. So, I mean, you know, fucking reselling this bullshit, whatever it is you're doing, you're mad at me. Fuck you, your mother, your kids, and all your fucking cousins. Whoever it is that's doing it. If you're in the show watching right now and you're running that shit on my show, eat a bag of fucking dicks. Second day in a fucking row. Sorry. God damn. Makes me so fucking angry. Oof. Do that shit in the street, I'd fucking take you in an alleyway and drag your ass back there and beat your fucking ass. Sorry. Every day, it's been like an important part of the day, and it's like, we're going to shut his shit down, run the bots on it, hammer his system right now. And then I got really smart people going, it's not that, it is. I know it is. It's got to be. It's like every most important part of getting you prepped for tomorrow. It matters to me that you have market awareness as to where we actually are. I care about you guys out there. Like this community, the free members, if you watch this show, even if you're not a community member and anything else we do, I care about you more than you know. So I get really angry at that. Like, this is real money. Like, this is not bullshit. We're not doing video games here. We're not doing like Cabbage Patch Dolls, painting channel. This is real money on the line, so it matters. I am trying to watch the language, but like this is the second day in a row where the real juice is, like the real, like, this is the important stuff. The messing around all day long telling stories, like this is stuff that you can't buy. Okay, this is like important, like the real deal, where the money is and where the real true, like like this is the juice, this is the sauce, this is the stuff that people take and resell. So that's free. So sorry, I apologize for swearing, but this kind of stuff frustrates me to no end. And I put myself out there doing this because all the shit posting aside and all the other stuff, like this is real deal. This is real stuff. This stuff actually matters. So anyways, I don't know who's doing this. You know what I got to do is I got to get somebody to watch the traffic and see who's doing it. I don't know if it's Chinese. Normally it's like Chinese or Russian people that are doing it. It's indiscriminate, but it could be somebody that hates the show or somebody that hates me or something, or I slighted someone that's smart and they're trying to mess with me. If it is you, get fucked, whoever you are. Anyways, conditions are improving for buyers. Sellers still have a chance. You still have some events coming up, some data drops to get down there and get those lows. I don't care if we go down there or not. Any low, I love buying lows. Like this season is great to buy lows on. This is the time of season where you want to get a low to buy anyways for December and January. But this is not a good look for sellers right now. And your window of opportunity is closing. And I have the same conversation with bulls, don't I? Bulls get an opportunity, they lose it, and I'm like, the door's closing. You know, so if you're a seller, the door is closing on you. It's not quite closed. Yeah, they are. Someone's messing with it. Okay, so at any rate, you get the gist, right? I hope you all get the gist. It's now 3:46. We got 14 minutes left. Note that we are in positive gamma at the moment, so there could be some sideways action, slightly down tomorrow when we go into positive gamma. Even if it's slightly, dealers will attempt to hedge this move on the inverse, where they're buying futures, right, in negative gamma on down days. When we have low volume, they will try to buy the market back, right? You also want to be watching the Asian session, the London session, and they can amplify a downside move if we're going up this much, right? And they'll hem us in into the open tomorrow for the report, okay? So that's the last part of this in terms of how gamma impacts the market into tomorrow. Do you guys have any questions for me? Let me go back to the main screen here, get down on a minute basis. I'll bring up the end of the day here for you. Could be a ramp pair into the close. Be careful of a ramp. Like they'll ramp you, then sell you down in the middle of the night. I'm not bearish here, by the way, to the close. I've done yesterday I did a nice program on when to short. If you're a seller, how to short, when to short. We haven't broken. We haven't had a bear plane yet, have we? They likely actually ramp us up into the bell, believe it or not. So, or park us sideways. If you have any questions right now for me, any questions that you might have out there, if I can answer them on the cuff, let me know. I think YouTube's still down. I think I got buried on YouTube. Yeah, I think YouTube's just down at this point. They actually ended the stream on YouTube. I love you. I'm Darth Moley, man. I love you, brother. More than you know. More than you know, I love you, man. I love all of. I don't really hate anyone. I don't dislike anybody. Nobody. I know I upset people sometimes, and I'm not trying to upset you. If I upset you, I don't want you to ever think that it's personal or anything like that. H-Bomb saying that once I get murdered in his total party kill, he's like, I'm killing him first. He's dead. Yeah, we likely, I don't know if we get 5,600. Oh, we might get the squeeze. Possible. It is possible. Not 556. You might get like 555, 58, 555, 40, somewhere in there, 560. It's possible. Close the day in a high. Twin Towers, baby. Yeah, it's 9/11 today. How about this? We'll wrap up the show with this.